My office, the Office of the Small Business Advocate, focuses on small business and innovative startups, on ensuring opportunities, identifying barriers, and partnering to help businesses start, manage, and grow and be resilient. We have three main focus areas. Our objectives are providing information and resources, the content that you need to succeed, advocating on behalf of small businesses and innovative startups, and supporting preparedness and strategies for resilience. So let's jump into the first segment of information. We have a small, agile team that provides direct assistance, including a newly announced appointed Southern California advisor, Chris Earle, who starts on Monday, actually. And we are working on developing content. We have webinars that are available just to get information out there to businesses, everything from, initially how to access that PPP or get capital, how to pivot your business during these times, which I know is the focus of this conference. And you can find all these sessions on our website. We also work with a network of agency partners, the advocates and the liaisons at different state agencies to make sure that small businesses can navigate state government and can access the resources they need. Most importantly, GoBiz and my office fund a network of local assistance centers on the ground who support advisors and can provide one-on-one consulting, trainings. And most recently, they've really been focused on supporting businesses as they adapt to this marketplace and providing digital strategies, technology tools, et cetera. And in the Inland Empire, where I know AMPAC is based, we have several organizations, throughout the state. These are the Small Business Development Centers, the Women's Business Centers, the Procurement Centers, et cetera. So let's go a little bit more into the voice of small business and what we do for you on the ground on a daily basis in the state and in private markets. As the voice of small business, we do focus on advocating in the markets, like I said, both private and in government, and we focus on increasing access to capital, access to markets, the revenue side of the equation, and access to networks, which is the critical lifeblood of any entrepreneur looking for answers. On the capital front, we are working behind the scenes to advocate for funding across government, private philanthropy, and impact investors as well. Especially critical when we look to try to help lift up the community mission-based lenders who are filling the gaps for many small businesses during COVID. For example, the governor funded $50 million for disaster loans early on during the pandemic in April. And in addition, in the state budget, there was another $75 million that was allocated by the governor and the legislature to support the Small Business Finance Center, those guarantee products to give low-cost loans to small businesses. Part of that money, another $25 million, was put into an innovative solution in the private market. The state invested in a fund to support community-based lenders in their efforts to fund small businesses. So the state's programs are available at ibank.ca.gov and encourage you to get familiar with that site as well. On the other front, on access to networks, we support the Entrepreneurship Task Force. It's a 15-member group that is really committed to serve as the bridge to small businesses and entrepreneurs. Gives us an opportunity to hear directly from small businesses that they talk to or themselves so that we can be that voice. The group itself has supported over 15 different webinars and trainings and reached over 30,000 people during this COVID crisis, just in trying to make sure that they're connected to the information. On the final point on access to markets, we really do lean into the revenue side of the equation because loans are not the only solution. Definitely building up your revenues is important during this time. And we're committed to both increasing small business participation in the supply chains, private or the government sector, especially during this time where more people are focused on nearshoring or onshoring, building up our local supply chains to survive during these pandemics. Then the last thing on e-commerce, we can go ahead and jump into that one. We've focused on e-commerce as a pathway specifically as a way to expand to markets globally. However, during COVID, it has become increasingly clear that small businesses need technology just to survive in local markets. Survey was done by Google. 93% of businesses were disrupted by COVID, and 85% were rethinking their approach to digital tools. So that is anything from Zoom to cashless payment systems, e-commerce solutions. And we're focusing on e-commerce where we can directly expand revenues. We know that a third of businesses said that they would not have survived. They would have closed all or part of their business if it were not for technology tools. So we launched Get Digital California to help California small businesses build the digital skills they need to compete in an online marketplace and create safer shopping experiences for consumers to improve resilience. And a little more details on the initiative itself. As you can see, this is a build-up onto our Shop Safe, Shop Local initiative, where we provided over 20 corporate partner tools, discounts, resources for you to tap, everything from a GoDaddy website for free to assistance with Google and how to amplify and get yourself online and reach your consumers. So there's lots of offerings here at the Get Digital California site via these Shop Safe, Shop Local tools. In addition, jumping in just into the further expansion of this campaign, Get Digital California dove into the Google training specifically because we wanted to make sure that your customers could find you. Main streets aren't bustling like they used to. It's definitely shifted to the internet. So, if you visit our website, you'll be able to get all these pre-recorded sessions with Google that have been done over the past couple of weeks. And stay tuned for future boot camps and trainings and digital festivals as we near the holiday season, because we know we need to position businesses to get online with e-commerce and then help drive consumers to your newly created sites online. Finally, the last thing that we focus on is preparedness and resilience. I encourage you all to use the government-backed outsmartdisaster.com tool. It's been improved recently thanks to recent grants, and you can take the Resilient Business Challenge. It's a 5-step course. You can walk through it any time that's convenient for you and get a completion badge from GoBiz. There's also a toolkit of resources. We've learned during this time that you have to be prepared, from all angles in your business, and this is just another way for you to make sure that your business is resilient. And of course, on an ongoing basis, as so many businesses throughout the state have had to deal with not only the pandemic, but recent wildfires, we constantly list our disaster resources. And these is everything from, tax relief to, ways to engage with agencies during a disaster when your business is suffering or closed or has damage. So both the wildfire resources and the COVID resources are listed here. You can navigate through state and federal programs at these sites for assistance at any time. And so finally, just making sure that you have all the contacts, ways to reach us. We've listed a bunch of websites for you and ways to track us online. Stay in touch with us. Follow us online to stay abreast of our programs and initiatives that we roll out in our ongoing effort to be the voice of small business and support you as you start, manage, and grow. We're here as a resource for you to help you navigate the state and the small business and innovation ecosystems to make sure that it's inclusive and available to all of you. So thank you again for having me. My best wishes for an amazing rest of your summit and for your continued success and support during this time.